Hello, everybody, and welcome to Cantina Social Hour Friday night. What is up, everybody? It is great to see you. It is great to be here. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to everybody. My name is Victoria, and you are watching Victoria's Cantina YouTube channel, our live stream Cantina Social Hour, where we talk the latest toy and collecting news and related topics on Friday nights. Thank you guys for being here. Apologies for getting just started a little bit late. I know I had to push the time back a little bit. Some stuff came up, but we're good, and we're here. So, hey, thank you guys so much for being here. All right, tonight, so we got some fun topics to discuss. We're going to talk about recent Hasbro Pulse orders that went up earlier this week. We're going to talk about some pricing things that happened with Hasbro Pulse over the past couple of days. We'll talk about new reveals from D23, some new merchandise. We're going to be talking about the new Jurassic World reimagined releases. And then we're going to talk a little bit about Marvel and Star Wars and teaming up. How's that going to work? I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see. And then we're going to talk about how we display our collections. So this is the main part of our show tonight. We're going to focus on, we put in so much time and effort and care into collecting all of these things that we like to collect and build our collections with. But how do we display it? Do we do it in a way that that reflects how we collect? Like, what does that look like? We're going to talk about that, and we have a great guest this evening to discuss all of that with. Before we get started, and before I venture into the chat to see who is with us this far, I just wanted to talk for a moment about the song Singularity. This is the new music single from Victoria's Cantina. If you are joining, haven't been here before, 2 years ago, we released the album Sounds of the Cantina Volume, the first album. And basically, this is all the music that I've ever have created for the Victoria's Cantina YouTube channel, going back many years now, going back probably more than 10 years. Everything you hear on the channel is self-created by myself. And that is just kind of a carryover from having worked as a musician in the past. And so we're releasing, as announced in a recent episode, Sounds of the Cantina Volume 2 will be coming out later this year. I will have a reveal on the exact date very soon here, probably in the next episode. But leading up to that, we have the very first single from Sounds of the Cantina Volume 2. And it is a tune called Singularity. So this was released today. Very first single from this album, and I want to talk a little bit about it. Before I do that, I'm going to play through the song first, so you guys can, if you have not heard it yet, and hopefully you have, and you'll let me know your thoughts in the comments. But this is available now anywhere you get your music, whether it's Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music, Tidal, which is my preferred streaming service of choice. Anywhere you get your music, it's out there. So please enjoy this Singularity, and we'll talk briefly about it right after we get through the play. All right, you guys. I'll see you in just a couple minutes. Singularity. All right. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So there it is. Singularity, brand new single from the Victoria's Cantina album, Sounds of the Cantina Volume 2, which is releasing a little bit later this year. So I hope you enjoyed the playthrough. Once again, it's available anywhere you get your music, whether that's Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, Amazon Music, YouTube, anywhere. It's out there everywhere. So please, we appreciate your interest and support. Just a quick background about Singularity. So when I started working on this new album, I know I spoke about this a couple weeks ago, but when I did the first album, I had quite a number of songs that were not put on the album that I've used on the channel throughout the years. And I focused on certain ones for the last album, but then I still had all of these left. And I said, well, I could work on those. I could lengthen them. I could change them up a little bit and make them like album ready. And that's what a few of the songs are. But Singularity is something brand new. It's not anything that's been on the channel at all. It's a brand new music created specifically for the album. And I think when you listen through it, I hope you hear familiar notes to previous VC music, but also that you hear something new, something a little more experimental, something a little bit going in a different direction, because I'm kind of hoping that the album goes in that direction. It's taking some of what I did before, but also kind of bridging it into something a little bit more futuristic, perhaps, or a little bit beyond that last album. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, and thank you for listening. So we'll go ahead and we'll remove that now. And cool. All right, so let's take a look here in the comments, see who is with us before we bring in this evening's guest. We got Dodgson in the house. As always, thank you, Dodgson, for tending the soda fountain. Really appreciate you doing that for us. Let's see. We got John with us. I wonder if Victoria will address the $30 price hike disaster by Hasbro. Yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll try and see if we can discern what's the issue is, why that happened. And we got our Adam, our moderator. What's up, Adam? Good to see you as always. Let's see here. Peak Obi-Wan, how's it going? Good to see you. Lots of discourse before we went live, I can see. What's up, Sci-Fi Dude? Good to see you too. July to November. What's up, Jason? Sci-Fi Dude is all about D23, it looks like. We like that. We got Lorena with us. How you doing, Lorena? Good to see you as always. Bob is with us. Hey, Bob, how you doing? TJIF, indeed. Britt is with us. Hi, Britt. How are you? Always great to see Britt. Always great to see Allison. Always great to see Mary. Hit the like button. Thank you, Mary. Appreciate that. Let's see. Mila's with us. Hello, hello. We got Brent. Hey, Brent. How are you doing? Goat, T-Rex. Jurassic World. Yeah, we'll talk about Jurassic World in just a little bit. Mudhorn, how's it going? Let's see here. Joshton says, you can't tell, but I'm grooving in my seat. Thank you. Adam says, has the feel of a 12-inch single from the 80s, which is awesome. Thank you. Appreciate that. Adam, I appreciate that very much. That's what we're we're influenced by. Bob says, hearing this track, I feel like I'm back in the new wave goth club I used to frequent in my 20s. Good stuff. Awesome. Mission accomplished then. This song is screaming for a full choreographed dance routine. Yeah. I think that would be cool. I mean, I would need to get like a group willing to do that. I don't know anybody that would be willing to do that. I might do it, but PW1 says, I went to the goth clubs also in my youth, and I liked you, Bob. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Lorena, very much. Cool. Awesome. Put this song in the new John Wick movie. I'll do my best. No guarantees, but, I'll do what I can. All right, cool. Well, thank you guys. There will be more music to hear over the next couple months leading up to the release of our album. So stay tuned for that. Until then, I think it's time we get into the main topics of this evening. So tonight, I'm glad to bring in a brand new guest making their inaugural appearance here in the Cantina tonight, joining us for the very first time. Here we go.
This is where the fun begins.
All right, we got Austin, also known as Visual Force. Austin, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing great. It's great to see you here in the Cantina tonight.
Yeah, good to be here. Thanks for having me on.
Of course, of course. So, Austin, anytime I bring in somebody brand new to the Cantina, I always ask them, tell us a little bit about what they collect, how they collect, and what it is that they do. I know you're on Instagram, you're doing videos and reels. So, tell us a little bit about what it is that you collect and how you interact with your collecting.
Yeah. Oh, mostly Star Wars. Pretty much all Star Wars. I do a little bit of Marvel. I guess some Marvel Legends. Yeah, it's really between Star Wars, mostly Black Series. I have a collection of Hot Toys, which we'll kind of go over later at some point. I've collected really since I was little, and then my teen years I kind of stopped, and then going into undergrad I kind of I think it was really like The Force Awakens is what got me back a little bit, and then it's just been a slippery slippery slope ever since then. Trying to think. I collected comics for a while, so I still dabble in that a little bit, not as much. It's really just figures and filling the display. And unfortunately, I think I'm at the point where I have more in storage than I do on display, which I didn't think I would ever really get to that point, but here we are today. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. Dodgson here likes your wall art.
Yeah, my wife and mother-in-law painted. So this room, I can't really show you the full room. This is just one of the walls, the mural. It used to be my office at home, but we had a second kid, so it became the intended bedroom that it is supposed to be. So now it's on my son's wall. But
Awesome.
He's a big, so it works out.
Yeah, it looks great. It really does. And I've had the pleasure of seeing you a couple of times at Comic-Con now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've come to the creator meetup,
Always
which is
fun.
Great.
Yeah.
And you were at the InArt event as well.
I was. Yeah, I really wanted some of their Harry Potter figures, but they were so hard to get. Some of their 1/6 scale.
Yeah.
So they have some really cool pieces. I know they're doing a lot more 1/12 lately, which is cool. And there's so yeah, it's always cool to see different sculpts and what different lines can bring to collecting. So
Sure. Absolutely. Well, good stuff. So we have a range of topics to discuss. I mentioned D23 at the start of the show, and I just kind of want to show these for just a moment here. Have you seen these new images that have come out of from the convention this year? So there's some stuff. Ahsoka season 2, long awaited. It feels like it's been forever since season 1. But have you seen these images that popped up showing some costumes and props from season 2?
Yeah, I'm really hoping we get flashback. Okay, this episode specifically from the Clone Wars, I meant to look it up. Is this from when they went to, what was it, that village, and there was like a dispute between, I can't remember, or was it when they were helping the Mandalorians, and that's where we saw Bo-Katan? I don't know if it was for the first time in Clone Wars, but
yeah, I mean, I'm trying to remember. I feel like this would have been in multiple episodes, possibly, but the one that I remember is the one with the Tal species, like the white furry species. Like
yeah, that's what came to my mind initially.
Yeah, yeah. There was like the chief, and they were
yeah, it's a good little good story there.
Yeah, that was a good episode. But that's what I remembered from.
Yeah, Brit in Toyland. I'm just looking at the comments here. The smack. Yeah, that's actually what I was going to talk about. I think that's when is that when does Bo do that? I'm trying to remember who it is. But there's also one of my favorite scenes when they're with the Mandalorian where Ahsoka does this cool spin moves and like decapitates a bunch of Mandalorians in this tent. That's always what comes to mind. That's like one of my favorite Ahsoka. But I don't know if it's from that episode. I'm going off on a tangent here, but
Mm-hmm. Nice. Let's see. So there's a couple other images in here. So there's this one here, which also looking pretty cool.
yeah.
And you know what? I'm already thinking ahead to like the new Hot Toys that are undoubtedly going to be coming out in these outfits.
Of course.
And then hopefully Hasbro as well. That would be cool.
Yeah, that would be.
And this article doesn't have. I saw some other ones online, but I don't see them all in this article here. But this is Gizmodo, and Gizmodo is famous for running really lots of crap on their site that slows down the stream. So I'm going to go ahead and close that out right now.
Oh,
but yeah. I mean, I'm excited. I hope we get. I hope there is a trailer. I know it's coming out in January.
Yeah.
But I hope there is a like a trailer that we get to see before long, because it's time. Definitely time.
Yeah. It's definitely time. Yeah, I saw some like concept art, I think, as well. I don't know. I saw one with I think Shin and Hu Yang. I'm trying to think what other ones I saw. There were some some good teasers for next season of Ahsoka as well. So
nice. Well, speaking of Hot Toys, let's start out with some images here. These are blogger images that appeared earlier this week of the Hot Toys Star Wars Revenge of the Sith Obi-Wan, which I think went for pre-order about a year ago now. Yeah, so this is a long time coming. This is something of a 2.0 because they did this character already some time ago.
yeah.
But yeah, did you get a chance to take a look at these?
Yeah, he looks. I don't know about the sculpt. I feel like they've used this sculpt on a few different of the recent Obi-Wans. It's okay. I love that we're getting a 2.0 release, even though this is more of like maybe a little bit better. I don't know, the dark side in, but that base that comes with it and everything, and from some of the blogger photos, that is incredible. That would make re-release Anakin, at least that version, because they have the what are they? On a blank. The artisan ones, yeah, the artisan. They look incredible. The price point is pretty high. It's all rooted hair instead of sculpted, so it would be nice to see them re-release Anakin to go alongside this, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, it looks really good to me. I'm very content with the look of it.
With the sculpt. Yeah.
They've been doing a lot of Obi-Wans with this like kind of look. I don't know if this head sculpt is the exact same one or if they did some tweaking to it. But I know like the last few that they did, they all kind of utilize like the last three, like the Clone Wars one, and I think even the Obi-Wan series one, and then the Mandalorian disguise one. They all utilize the same head sculpt. So I don't know if this is based on that or if it's tweaked a little bit, but it does have like the partial like soft goods like hair on it.
Right.
Which is a new thing to see them do because we haven't seen that before. So
yeah, I did notice that whole like it's like that part moves almost, which is interesting. But the base, look at that base. If you have that,
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I'm hoping it'll fit in the DTOF. Like I'm not too like I don't know. It might not, but I recently got the last the Artisan Darth Vader, the the Dark Side Anakin. I received that last
Yeah.
week. It comes with that awesome Mustafar Penning droid display base.
Okay.
And I know that the one that is coming out later this year, like with the sculpted hair, that Anakin also has that same base.
Yeah.
So that'll be a good opportunity for anyone that's trying to get these two characters, which if you're collecting Hot Toy Star Wars, I can't imagine you wouldn't want to have those represented in some capacity.
No.
Yeah, those would be that'd be a good way to do both of them and then have that awesome like setup with those two characters.
Yeah, there's an empty shelf in my. I feel like this could fill. I don't know the dimensions of the base, just so so I can see if it would actually look good up there or not.
Yeah, that's a good question. It would be good to know, but yeah, I mean, this is pretty epic. I don't know if I'd be able to get him into these poses. I don't know that I'm that good at posing like that, but
right.
That does look pretty cool.
Yeah,
it does look pretty cool. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. I know a lot of people were like just like flat out saying it looked horrible, which even if there's
that far.
Yeah, I mean, even if there's like some concern with it, like I can't say it looks horrible. I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
But that's the internet for you. It's
I know.
One extreme or the other.
Yep.
But yeah. So he should be shipping soon, I guess, if they're already getting blogger photos, hopefully within the next month or two in the US.
So you have him on pre-order?
Yep. Yeah, I had the last one, and then I sold when I saw this one was coming out. Or actually, it wasn't even that. I heard rumors that this one was coming out, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and let that one go because if there's a better one, because the last one was their first Obi-Wan, like young Obi-Wan head sculpt, and it was not very good. So I was never like blown away with it. So I said, hey, if there's a new one coming out, I'm gonna let this one go, and I did. I sold him off, and good thing too because this new one's on the way.
Right. No, it does look good, and I think that's kind of a.
Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and pivot to Jurassic World. So Mattel's Jurassic World line, it's been going on for many years now. Earlier this week, the official Jurassic World account prematurely posted images of some new toys that are coming to the reimagined toy assortment that's carried at Target. And people were like, "Oh, what's this? This is weird." So they deleted that post pretty quickly, but the image still made their rounds. It got out there. And then the next day, they formally announced it. They do this thing called Behind the Gates, which I'm sure you probably have seen. And they have different like content creators or photographers or whomever they decide would be a good person to partner with.
Right.
Have take some photos and video and shoot a little thing talking about the toys. So that came out, and then subsequently they went up for pre-order. And these are Target exclusives. So I just want to touch on these for a moment and take a look. They are up for pre-order on the Target website. There's two different items. The first one is the Jurassic World Allosaurus, which is very interesting. For those, I'm sure some of our Cantinians here in the chat are aware of the inspiration behind this, but this is based on an Allosaurus toy that Hasbro, when Hasbro had the license, they did back in I think it was around 20. I want to say it was like 2013-ish, 2012. I'm sure somebody's going to let me know the exact date, but it was a really nice to this day one of the greatest Jurassic toys of all time. Highly articulated toy, very very detailed, and just awesome, just awesome all the way around. And
is the scale the same?
It should be the same scale because that previous one was 1/18 scale, so this should be the same.
So this should be okay.
Yeah, but no, this surprise, and it was interesting to me that they're tributing like a more recent. I mean, not really recent at this point, but a newer or not as old Jurassic World toy that rather than a Kenner, because that's usually what they go for when they're doing like their tribute type things. So this is paying tribute to like a more modern figure, but I think it looks pretty cool.
Nice color, that's for sure.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's hit and miss these days with the Mattel line with the coloring, but yeah, this one looks good, and it does look very much like that older, that previous Allosaurus that had that sort of paint scheme. So cool to see. And this one is $37.99. It is up for pre-order, and then the other one. Let's see here. The other one is a 3-pack, and this one here is it has the Utahraptor, Chasmosaurus, and Tanystropheus, and we'll take a close-up look at these. So yeah, these are smaller, so I guess that's why it's a 3-pack. But yeah, you get these 3 figures. There is some tribute in this one as well. All of the paint schemes on these resemble previous releases. And these ones do go back to the Kenner days, like this Tanystropheus that came out in 1994 from the original line from the second wave. And this one takes inspiration from the coloring of that one to some extent. The same is true for the Chasmosaurus. Right here, I believe that one was the Lost World toy line in 1997, and then the Utahraptor was also a series to 1994. It kind of resembles that, but it's also a little bit. It looks like it needs a little bit of work to me, because like the one they did back in the Kenner days was more of like it wasn't this dark. It was more like a lighter like tan orange color, and this was like more of a red orange. And then the Kenner one also has like these really nice like black claws, and they didn't paint the claws on this one, so I am hoping that they go back and do some work on these, because it looks like it's one of those things.
Almost look unfinished.
Yeah, it's like it's close, but it's not completely there yet. Posable neck on the Tanystropheus. Let's see, on the Chasmosaurus. I'm not sure if the Chasmosaurus has an action feature to it. At least one that's shown here. But yeah, those are the 3 items from this set. So yeah, fun stuff. I think this one needs a little bit of work though. It needs a little bit of work to get it more into that like Kenner sort of like just to kind of hit all the marks. So it's close, but not 100% there yet. All right, I'm gonna take a gander into the chat and see what the Cantinians are saying about these. Let's see. Dodson says, with the Utahraptor, this is what we're talking about. Such a magnificent sculpt. The sculpt does look really nice. I will say that. It is a really nice sculpt. Goat T-Rex says, really hope the Mattel makes a reimagined Bull T-Rex or reimagined Thrasher T-Rex. Yeah, that would be great. I'm not too optimistic, though, given what we've seen from the recent T-Rexes. Like, there's like the Jungle Explorer, like green and red, like very garish looking T-Rex. So I don't know that they're gonna. I don't know why they're doing things like that when they could be doing like a proper like tribute to more of the Kenner line. Allosaurus Soul is a true gem. Dodson says. Pigo says, make them colorful. Let's see. Premature prehistory. I've never heard that, but I like it. Do you have the Ultimate Damage Tylosaurus? If not, are you planning on getting it? That and the Dunkleosteus. I don't have either one. I would like to get both of them at some point, but I know I don't have. Do not have either one. Let's see here. Adam says YouTube is obsessed with bodies tonight, flagging for review any of your comments, including the word figure. Huh, that's interesting. Very interesting. All right, let's go ahead and we'll close out of the dinosaurs for a bit here, and let's turn our attention to Hasbro. All right, so we're going to start off with the convention exclusive. So these were at SDCC. I personally was not able to get all of them. I got the TVC set there, and I got the Ghostbusters set there, but I wanted Professor X, and I wanted the ATRT, and I was unable to get them at the convention. So even if you're there, there's obviously never a guarantee you're gonna be able to get items just because they're there. But the good thing is Hasbro Pulse does put them up online.
And they did, yeah. And they're still in stock, which is crazy.
That is very interesting indeed. Yeah, it isn't, because what they do is usually they do the Hasbro Pulse premium pre-order, and that's usually like, I don't know, for a few hours, then they go to everybody else. This time they did a whole day of Pulse premium before they went out to everybody else. So I think there was a little more concern, like, oh no, they're going to sell out. They're not going to make it to everybody else. But somehow or another, I don't know what Hasbro did. I don't know if it's inventory levels. I don't know if it's, prices or what, but they're still, most of them are still in stock. The G.I. Joe classified set, the Spider-Man set, the TVC set, the ATRT's there, the Ghostbuster set's there, the Transformers thing.
I kept checking that day. I checked like the drop hour, and then I checked 5 hours, and I'm like, it's got to be sold out now, or at least the TVC set. But no, yeah, it was either the price is too high, or people out at Hasbro, or they have enough stock for one. It's crazy when you compare it to last year with like the Mustafar, Anakin, and Obi-Wan. There was nobody could get them. So.
Right. Yeah, that was when I was very lucky. I was able to get that at the convention. But
yeah,
I think these are the only two that are sold out: Transformers Gem and the Holograms Autobot Blaster and KP Gift, and then the Marvel Legends Professor X. So those two did sell out, but I mean, pretty much everything else is there.
Yeah. When I was trying to get stuff at Comic-Con, that Professor X one it seemed to be like that, and My Little Pony were like the first. So,
yeah,
interesting.
Yeah, definitely. So did you pre-order any, or did you order anything from the online sale?
No, because I got everything that I wanted at the convention, and I wanted to make sure everybody else was able to get something. But I'm really tempted to go back and get another ATRT, because I got one for myself that I opened, and then I did get I got a couple extra, but I sent them to friends who were not able to make it, who assumed that they would be able to get one on Hasbro Pulse. So go and
right on. Yeah, no, yeah, I got online. I got the ATRT finally, and I got Professor X. So I'm done. I'm waiting for those to come in. And
good.
But
always what I feel bad for is the people that just either can't afford, or it's like not possible for them to go to the convention. I think everybody has a fair chance at getting the convention exclusives.
Yeah. The one I'm just gonna say it, the one that kind of blew my mind with the price is this Ghostbusters set, because this thing is tiny. The box is itty bitty, and it's a really little vehicle with a ghost and the figures. I don't see why this one was priced at $67.99. That's nuts. But
if any, you price the same as the TVC.
At most, yeah. I mean, it's just
right.
It's one figure, and it's a ghost, and then I mean, is the glow in the dark that raises the price? I have no idea. I mean, they release other glow in the dark stuff for Ghostbusters
Right.
recently that did not have that kind of a premium, but
Yeah.
whatever. I mean, I had to get
You
it either
never,
way.
you,
So.
you never know what's behind the scenes, I guess, but still.
Yeah, and I love the Ectoglow stuff, so it's like, you know,
Mm.
no question. Like I had to get it either way.
Yeah, you had to go for it, right?
But yeah, anyway, good to see that. So yeah, good job Hasbro on making the stuff pretty widely available to collectors. However, we're going to go into another topic while we're still focused on Hasbro Pulse. So let's talk about this right here. These are recent TVC releases. This is the one that went up for pre-order.
Mm-hmm.
Was it yesterday? I don't even know anymore. Was it when? I think it was Wednesday, right? That it went up for pre-order.
I think, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So there was a press release for this item that indicated it was going to be a lot less than what it ended up being here on this on the Pulse site. I think it was like $51.99 or something in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
When this went up for pre-order, it had also previously been said before it went up that it was going to be a shared exclusive, meaning usually when they say that, that means it's going to be like Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth, like the fan channel type thing,
Right.
Amazon, Hasbro Pulse. However, this one only went up on Hasbro Pulse. But again, not only that, it went up at this really high price point of $79.99. So instantly, of course, the interwebs were flooded with, what is this? The pitchforks and all that.
Right.
Like, what is this? This is horrible. This is, what is Hasbro thinking? What are they trying to pull? Yeah, a lot, and yeah, I mean, if you press release something at a certain price and then you put it for pre-order on your site and then it's only available on your site at this really high price, I mean, yeah, of course, you can understand that people would be upset.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, what do you think is I'm going to put you on the spot, Austin. What do you think is going on with this? Why is it priced so high, and why isn't it a shared exclusive in your opinion?
No idea. I mean, it is frustrating they release what the price is going to be and then they change it. I don't fully understand because so when Hasbro announced it, I was like one of the front ones at the booth, and I can't remember. I'm trying to remember that Hasbro. He was the one who pretty much like saw this pre-production through, and he was holding a prototype in his hand, or it may have been like a first piece, and he handed it to me, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, this is super cool. I can understand the $51.99, but and saw that it jumped and I'm like, no way. ATRT at $79.99 is already kind of up there. This is
Yeah.
not that I would pay that price for. I would wait for it to drop and then pick it up because it is cool and it's and that kind of connects back to that. But I don't know. I don't know if Hasbro has really, or at least with the Black Series or even TVC, the price, like that price discrepancy from what it said in a press release to all of a sudden just dropping it and then it not being a fan channel. You know, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I have an opinion.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
may
know.
you may
Mhm.
have more than I do on this. So, like knowing production, all the back end stuff of it. What's your theory on why it jumped $28?
Well, I guess I'd like to start by reading what part of what Jason at Yakface posted yesterday because he was, also not happy with the news.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to read part of what he said. He says, I'd like to speak calmly about what transpired today regarding the colossal screw up with the launch of today's Star Wars pre-orders on Pulse, especially the TVC INT4. A screw up so bad I didn't bother to promote the products. First off, mistakes happen, typos, retail partner exclusivity changes, and pricing errors happen, but rarely all at one time. But I can't help but think that the recent increases in these types of errors are due largely in part to the streamlining of staff across the board at Hasbro. proper, or at least previous checks and balances are not being done to the level they once were. This is not an excuse for letting the misinformation for the TVC INT4 to be posted and reposted, discussed and promoted by various sites and social channels for weeks without correction or clarification. Hasbro has worked very hard to establish and cultivate relationships with fans and fan sites through social media engagement, but with incidents like this, the TVC Embo Kaibu set and retro TVC X-Wing mashup, not to mention continued price hikes, all that works to unravels at the expense of the brand and all those dedicated to the line. You and me, the collector. Yeah. And I mean, I gotta say, I really agree with what his take is on here, because I really don't think that Hasbro set out to purposefully put a false price out there just to turn around and mark it up so highly.
You would hope. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I really don't think they that was the intent. I do think Jason is right in terms of there have been a lot of cutbacks at Hasbro. There are a number of people taking on multiple duties and roles that they did not have before. And they're doing more jobs than they can probably handle. And when this happens, unfortunately, errors like this occur. Right. And that's not an excuse for misinformation or miscommunication or not correcting things when something's announced to be a certain price and then it's actually something else, or how it's going to be available. But I mean, I think that is a really measured take, and I don't think it's anything sinister of like, somebody like a Hasbro boogeyman out there like trying to like screw over and piss off collectors. I think that's pretty absurd if you believe that, but
that's
unfortunately,
too calculated to think it's something like that. It was probably one or two people who made that error, and then now we're seeing the repercussions of it, unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, we have to remember these are just, people at Hasbro are humans. They're trying to do a good job, but again, when you put a bunch of roles and duties on top of people, and they're doing more work than they can handle, then yeah, stuff like this happens. So it's really another thing Jason says I want to touch on is that, they have worked really hard to like build relationships with fan sites and with customers, and like the people buying Star Wars from Hasbro are primarily adults, right? TVC, the Black Series, like that's all adults. Like I don't know any children, and I work with children, so I would like know if they were collecting any of these lines. That's their customer base, right? So I mean, they have to maintain and cultivate that relationship and work really hard to keep that trust and to keep that loyalty to the brands. But this, even though I think this is unintentional, I think it is, just something that happened. It works against probably what they want. And it in the end, unfortunately, for better or for worse, it does a disservice to the customers that are, giving them the benefit of the doubt and investing all their time, money, and effort. And if they do create content as well, like that are trying to like push their products, just like what happened with the Yak Face, like he didn't even promote it because it's frustrating.
Yeah, he's initially when I saw his post around Comic-Con, I'm like, I don't know why he's so frustrated, but now and like the weeks following, I can understand his frustration. I feel like he was seeing more than we could see, obviously, and that's maybe why his initial was a little bit dramatic. But after seeing what we've seen, like I said, the last couple of weeks, I can understand why he's just so irritated and done with the line. I hope he doesn't fully leave, and I don't think he will. I think this is a good part of his. I don't know if this is what he does full time, but yeah, it shakes your faith in the line, and you'll always have fans who are going to buy whatever Hasbro releases, but that's not everybody. People will not hang for stuff like this for too long.
Right. No, definitely. One thing I do want to say, I know you saw it in person. The INT4, I mean, as somebody who has collected like all like TVC, with the exception of the second Boba Fett starship that they repainted like a year after the first one, I think it is one of the best I think it is one of the best mainline Star Wars products they've done. Like it is the engineering that went into it. Like on my Q&A video I did with them, like Chris Rife was showing us the vehicle and showing like the landing gear and how like the hatch opens up, but then the whole top opens up and you could fit the figure inside, and there's like controls and the handles and stuff in there, like just the engineering on it, the deco, like it's a fantastic piece. So it's very unfortunate that it's kind of tarnished a little bit by this, but
that has to bum him out because he saw that product from start to finish.
Yeah, very passionate about this particular product.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it is a fantastic piece. The other thing I want to speak to is production run, because if this is indeed only available in the US through Hasbro Pulse and nowhere else, then the production run on it is probably a lot smaller than it would be if it were a genuine shared exclusive, or if it were available at retail, Walmart, Target. And when you have a smaller production run, you're always going to have a higher production cost, because you're not selling enough of them to bring those costs down on the final MSRP. So if it's a smaller production run, that it's going to have a higher price. So if it is indeed a Hasbro Pulse exclusive, then I can see that this would be more expensive than, say, the I don't know, what was the last TVC small vehicle they did, the ATRT maybe, like that's available everywhere.
Right.
So I mean, it should have a higher, if that is the case, it should theoretically have a higher price point than that. So but I mean, what it actually costs though, the $79.99, like it's a little steep. Even with the miscommunication, even with the production, like $80 is a little steep for a little vehicle with a single figure.
It is. Yeah. Well, I think fans are going to speak with their wallets. In some sense.
Yeah.
The reality.
Let's see. Allison says you can just about get a vintage INT4 for that price.
I did look. Yeah, you can. Probably cheaper.
Bob says, I'm a TVC Mandalorian completist. I have every single carded figure and every playset, not ordering the INT4 until it goes on sale. Mary says, in my opinion, the $51.99 price point was an obvious mistake. I agree. I think when you look at that and you think about the ATRT, you think about like Rod of the Hutt, like, yeah, it definitely seems like it was a mistake. But they had like 2 weeks or how long has it been since Comic-Con? A couple of weeks, right? They've had some time to correct it. They've had some time to come out and say, our bad. This was it should have actually been priced at a higher price point. Like there has been time for them to have done that, and they've chosen not to do that, or
instead they just drop it at that price and everybody loses their mind. So
yeah. Bob says, I'm on Team Yak Face on this one. Steve was nearly laid off about a year and a half ago, Jason says. Pico B1 says, I don't agree with, maybe something happened where one of their e-tail partners backed out. Yeah, it's possible. And if one of their partners did back out, then that would necessitate a higher price point. Lorena says, as a marketing professional, I'm shocked they didn't notice the error and correct it immediately. Major breach of trust. Hopefully this will open executives' eyes to the actual brand trust costs. I mean, you would hope, right? But I mean, how far does that message permeate beyond like the immediate Hasbro team that has a presence online? Like, I have no clue. Brent says they had 3 weeks, should have corrected. Why did they did is beyond me, and I just can't reason why they let it go for so long. Let's see.
It's almost like when they oop, we'll just make up for it somehow. Right?
Let's see. Hey Ed, how's it going? Good to see you. He's watching this live. That's very rare. No name, how's it going? Let's see. So I think remember says you're mixing up two different things. The price of the ATRT was supposed to be $70.99 to begin with. That is the correct small vehicles assortment price. The Ori is an example that also is $80. Okay, thank you for. I forgot about the Ori. Thank you for pointing that out. Jason says staffing errors, $51. It was incorrectly listed 51, and no one caught it. Bob says I hate it when things like this happen. It makes me feel like crap about supporting collecting TVC. Miranda says they definitely made a mistake, but the brand team miss was not correcting it. Brent says the problem with the real $79.99 price is it negates any idea of offering something smaller to get people in the line as opposed to bigger vehicles. That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
And Jason says Steve said it was always supposed to be priced with the Ori. Okay. At least with the Ori, you got more, but the Ori was still overpriced. Do you get more with the Ori? I guess maybe, right? I mean, yeah, I guess so, right? You have a creature, you have a vehicle, and then you have a figure.
Mm-hmm.
I think the engineering on the INT4 is a little more involved. It's a little more detailed of a vehicle, though.
Yeah.
Than the one that comes with the Geonosian. But yeah, Nori vehicle's basic, definitely. So yeah, I mean, we'll see what the end result is here, but I mean, again, at the end of the day, this just seems like a human error, layoffs, cost cutting, and that's what happens, right? Like you put too much on someone's plate, they're not going to be able to eat the whole thing. So it sucks, but I mean, we'll see, right? We'll see how long this thing's. It's still up for pre-order. It's not sold out, even though Hasbro is the only place you can get it. In the U.S. So,
like I said, people will speak with their wallets, and if it sells out right when it price for a sale, then I don't know. They'll know it was just a price, and just not the.
Because the thing is, if it was always announced at $79.99, people would have said that's too expensive, and they would have complained about that for a few days, and that would have been it, right? But now it's like, oh wait, you said it was going to cost this, but it actually cost this, and you didn't fix it after all these weeks. So yeah. I mean, that's a little bit of an erosion of trust, unfortunately.
Right.
But anyway. And this is a good point too from Jason. I don't think they are trying to screw anyone over. Believe me, they may wish they could offer this for less. Again, I think people do tend to forget that Hasbro, Star Wars specifically, is the most expensive product to produce just because of licensing fees alone.
That's what I was just gonna say. Yeah.
Yeah. So you factor that in, you factor production run, you factor the increases in costs of everything. Like, I mean, prices have to go up, right? Otherwise you can't do it at all. I mean, does it need to be $79.99 though? I mean, that's another question that I have that I don't know. So I won't even guess because that I don't know exactly. I mean, maybe it does.
Right. Like,
maybe
what's their profit margin? You wonder.
Yeah. Because I mean, at the end of the day, they're not going to put something into production if there's no profit to be taken from it.
Yeah, yeah,
That's the
yeah.
whole point of what they're doing. So
Right, trying to make money. Yeah.
yeah. So I guess we will see. I guess we'll see what happens. I would like to hear, you know, I think they've been a little too quiet though on this one. I think somebody should have come out right away from Hasbro and like, or a quick press release, or a
Hmm.
lot of the time these things are, for better or for worse, they're kind of they're kind of the people like Steve, or the people that are from Hasbro, like they'll come out on social media and they'll kind of be the face of Hasbro, so to speak, and kind of say, oh well,
Right.
this was actually because of this or that happened. But I don't think there was a quick enough response to it, and I think that was another part of the problem.
Hmm. Has Steve said anything about it, or Brandon? I don't think either of them have posted about it.
Last I checked, I had not seen anything. I don't know if they have since then. If so, anyone can let us know. But shouldn't you be at D23? No. I was at the park yesterday. I was there for over 12 hours, and no, I was no. I mean I could have gone back, sure, but no, I'm good. I had stuff to do today. So
Yeah.
anyway, I guess we'll leave it at that. Um all right. Well, should we talk about displays of affection?
Sure.
But not that kind of displays of affection. We're talking about displays of affection. So the things that we collect, the things we add, I mean, we put so much time and effort and passion into this hobby, right? I mean, if we didn't,
Yeah.
we wouldn't be sitting here right now talking about this stuff. We wouldn't be online talking about it all the time. We wouldn't be amassing these collections of plastic. So how do we display, when you put so much time and energy and care into curating a collection, like how do you display it? And so Austin, I know we talked about this a little bit before, and you also sent me some photos of how you affectionately display your collection.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pull up these photos, and I'd like if you could tell us a little bit about how Austin does displays of affection with his collection. So let me go and pull these images up,
All
um,
right.
and we'll have a look here. So what am I looking at right here?
So that is my Kenner collection. So the first 96 or so figures, not obviously complete there. I'm slowly building that. I've been building that for years. That display case is pretty incredible. It's from UK Collector Displays. So this guy out of the UK, he actually makes these in his garage or warehouse or whatever it is, and he shipped it to me flat, and then you build it. It was almost easier than IKEA furniture to put together, um, and yeah, the lighting comes with it. You, like I said, you assemble it like a piece of IKEA furniture. And so that front piece is actually plexiglass that kind of rests on two little pegs that are on top. So it's magnetized, so you can pull that off. If you ever watch any of my videos where I show off some of the Kenner figures, usually in the beginning I'm pulling it off so you can kind of see how it comes off to add more figures. It's amazing. I've followed that particular person for 5 or 6 years. I've just never really had the space or the wall space to get this. It hangs off the wall like I think it's 7 or 8 inches. So you really need the headroom, and it really has to be kind of its own staple piece on a wall. But yeah, I finally had the wall space for it, bought it, and there it is. And now, like I said, I'm just trying to really finish the last 17, or it's that bottom row that's empty, and I've slowly been accumulating them, but they get more and more expensive as you get closer, because
Yeah.
production on the end of the road figures was a lot less. People weren't buying them as often, and so yeah, I recently picked up Luke Skywalker in his Stormtrooper disguise. That's an expensive one that I was able to get. A couple others. I'm really there's R2D2 for anybody who knows the vintage, or I guess the Kenner line. I don't want to call it the vintage line. There's a pop-up R2D2 or pop-up lightsaber R2D2 that sells from anywhere from like $500 to $1,000. That's the one I'm kind of focusing on next. When it comes to the other figures in the display, they're mostly like between, $20 to $50. So you can buy maybe one or two at a time. But once you get to the last 17 there, it's maybe like one, maybe.
Yeah, no, that's gorgeous. I love that. I love the Starfield background and like the Death Star lighting on the sides. Like that's just very classic looking. It's perfect.
Yeah, he has other backgrounds. Some of them are more in line with the card backing on those actual Kenner figures. Yeah, I should have sent you more pictures from his website, because he has some really cool things, and very nice guy as well. So I try to as I can, because great product and good guy. So
right on. Question for you here from Allison. Are you chasing variants too, or sticking with the one of each?
For now, one of each. Separately, I have some graded figures, loose graded figures, and some of those I have been focusing on variants, or like Kenner released, let's see, like the Sears packaging where there were multiple in one box. I've been kind of looking at those, but really it's like with any toy line. You start looking at one thing and it's a slippery slope. All of a sudden you're spending hundreds on and not focusing on what your main goal was when you were getting into it. So I would like to really get some of the ones that act like mint on card back. But for now, it's really just finishing this. Actually see this, so it would look nice if it was complete.
Yeah, right on. All right, so here's another image I have here. I think there might be a couple of this.
Yeah, I think they're.
Is that the same?
Better. Yeah, it's the same. It's the same case. Just so you were talking about IKEA Detox. So I think it's coming up on 5 or 6 years ago. I a blog where this guy was talking about building a case using IKEA Detox, and essentially taking two cases, taking the side panels from each one of them, using that as the middle piece, and a case pretty much like this. I don't know if you can tell, but the very center piece of the display case, the glass, is actually a little bit more narrow than the two side pieces, and that's because
the
back center are actually side panels from the original two Detox. So,
oh wow,
modified Detox cases that my brother and I built, and I have now moved these cases. I think when I moved it to my new office space, this was the third time, and it is very very scary to move. Mostly that top piece is also repurposed from the original Detox, and there's a big metal bracket on there, and it's basically just like floating on on top of the case. So you have to take and then all the glass pieces are just basically are essentially floating.
Yeah, that is. I've never seen anything like that. Like combining the details that way. That's awesome.
It's a great display case. And what is it, like Modu case? There's others like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Eventually, but I mean, these display cases have been great.
Yeah. Did the doors still open individually on here? Is that how that works?
Yep. So they swing. So the right door swings out and to the right, and then left door, same thing. Yeah, it functions pretty much just like an extended DTOF case. All the lighting and everything I ran myself. Soldered all the lighting for that. Yeah, there aren't really built for it. So that's fun too. Yeah, the figures in the display are a mix of Black Series and some SH Figure Arts. There's You can see there's a lot of clone related figures, mostly.
Oh yeah, definitely. Question from Lorena: is that a 3D printed stair base?
Yes, it is. That is, 3D printed. It was designed by Landspeeder Luke. Shout out to Luke, he's awesome.
Oh yes.
And then I had a friend print them. Initially I had like the clear risers, but it's very much on just like one singular platform. And I feel like this staggers them really well. If you don't follow Landspeeder Luke on Instagram, you should check out his page. He had,
I second that.
yeah, his display, and one day I want to see it in person, but he has a lot more of these stands than I do, and hundreds of figures. And I love the way that they're staggered. And then we have the the Hot Toys side. Those duplicate. And starting on that top shelf, we have into more Clone Wars era, and then right into episode 2. And then that shelf below it is a little bit more episode 3 and just more clones. Clone Wars is my favorite always, and what my built around my love of clones, but I had to build other characters in there. My thing with Hot Toys was always that I would never buy figures that had head sculpts. I would just only buy the clones. But then once you start like these, you need a little character here.
Yeah.
So I still keep most of them in that statue pose. I guess you could get a little more dynamic with the posing, but I worry about stress on the joints and fabric and space. The as you have, the more space it takes up. So
that is true. And this, so this is like the other half of those detox, huh? Where they're like combined, but it's like a separate. Is it a separate unit from the other? It looks like.
They're just really close to each other. You can see that.
Oh yeah, there's a gap right here. Okay. But that's really cool.
Yeah. And then there's my like original trilogy shelf. I'm still missing. I think I need Chewbacca. I have a couple more snow troopers coming in. Those are my favorite. That and the Scout Trooper are my favorite trooper designs from the original trilogy. Shelf there, I have Wolf and a couple of Jedi. I want to fill that space in. I realized that Hot Toys was going to start releasing quite a few Jedi, more space than I had on that shelf above. So that lower shelf is just going to be kind of Wolf Pack and clones and whatever else Hot Toys throws at us.
Or your Obi-Wan and Anakin.
Yeah, or Obi-Wan and Anakin. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't send you a picture of that cabinet to the right. But is I'd like to. Oh yeah, Plo Koon is in that one. Nice. So I had a couple other Jedi arrive. Yeah. So
cool. I love how you have your Plo Koon in the Clone Wars outfit. That's how I have mine displayed too. I think he looks so much better in the Clone Wars outfit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he looks amazing. I love the Jedi. Like nothing against them, but I love that look. Yeah.
Super cool. Are you going to go in on are you doing Stacy Tin as well?
Yeah, he actually just arrived 2 days ago along with an AT-AT driver. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw your reel on the AT-AT driver.
Yeah. Oh. That's another one of my favorite designs. It's so hard. So many of the designs from the original trilogy are so good.
Which Stacy Tin did you go with? Did you go with the Clone Wars or with the just the Revenge of the Sith?
Just Revenge of the Sith. I didn't. I do have that Obi-Wan in the. Well, I guess not the full clone armor, or is he in the full clone armor? I don't. Yeah. That's the thing. And what I was talking about kind of at the beginning, you get to the point where you have more figures than you do display space.
Yeah. So I know the feeling.
I want to be pretty selective with the hot toys, especially because they're
right on. Then I have an image here of your office space here. So this is like the full view. So there's the customized detox in the back. There's the Kenner Star Wars on the wall, and then your desk area.
Right. Yeah. So I'm a dentist, and I recently bought a practice. And if you were here at the beginning of the show, I mentioned that we just had another kid. So buying the office and having more space to move everything was a perfect excuse to literally move everything to the office. So now when patients walk past my office, I get a lot of double takes and a lot of people peeking at pictures, and it's super cool. It's just a good way to connect with patients too. But this is that I've always
gorgeous. Really gorgeous, Austin. I think this is a prime example of a display of affection, because you customize the detox to get him into a state that you can kind of maximize your display space, and also kind of close those gaps between the detox themselves and the vintage on the wall, highlighted in its own in an aesthetic that's very reminiscent of that classic Kenner Star Wars imagery.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just the whole setup, really clean. And
thank you. Yeah,
I applaud it. I love it.
Taken many years to build, but thank you. Yeah, let's see your display stuff.
Yeah, and just real quick, Peak Obi-Wan is admiring your micro squadron.
Oh, okay. Yeah, really quick. Go back. Okay. This is so I've Jazzwares. I love Jazzwares so much, and I love this line. They don't love me talking about. Some of these are like prototype pieces from the line, but I love stuff like that. Behind the scenes, first shots, test shots, any like production toy.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So I have some people ask about those.
Yeah, those are really neat. I saw I didn't even know it was coming out, but at Target the other day I saw like a vintage painted Millennium Falcon. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, they have that one, and just like yeah, that's one of my favorite lines. Just which I grew up on. So yeah,
nice. Yeah, and the other one was at Comic-Con they had the vintage colored Boba Fett starship, or it's kind of inspired by like the way Boba Fett looked originally. And I really wanted that one, but I was never able to get in that line to get it because it was always capped.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, their line thing. They were always doing wristbands, and then this year they're like first come first serve, and the first day there was this fight.
Yeah. Hello to J-Dog the Hut, late to the live stream, but here from Wisconsin as always. And I love the new single. Thank you very much, J-Dog. Really appreciate that. Cool, good stuff. Well, let me show my displays of affection here.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna start with, since we were talking about like detox and such. So I'll do mine. So here's here's mine right here. So I have 4 detox. I wish I had this was always the case. I started with one. I'm like, if only I had another. Okay, so I got another, and I'm like, let's go with 3. Let's go with 3. I'm like, okay, I can only fit 3 on this wall. And then I'm like, well, what if I moved them to another wall? Then I could put 4. So it was that kind of thing, right? Now that I don't even make them anymore, right? So I can't even, it'd be hard to acquire one. But yeah, so anyway, there's 4 of them here. And same thing with me. I installed all the lighting. I did not customize in the way you did. I really like that though. But they are very good at holding your 6 scale figures, and generally keeping like dust off. Well, like I know some people seal them, like they seal the gaps around them, but my concern with that is yes, it'll keep the dust off, but they're also going to start to retain moisture if they're not like breathing at least a little bit. So I did not seal the gaps, but yeah, these are my detops here. I have kind of a range of different things in them. Well, I guess on top there's the helmets. These are Black Series and Galaxy's Edge helmets.
They
Uh,
look great.
yeah, got my Star Speeders, my 2.0 Hot Toys Grogu life size. There's the HasLab Sky Striker. Got a couple Hot Toys up there, like the Darth Vader, Darth Maul. There's a little bit of glare here, so I'm not seeing everything in here, but it's a mix of, like, the left side is primarily like comic book stuff. A lot of Batman. At the very bottom, there's some Marvel. The next one over, that little Spider-Man focus, No Way Home, and then it's Star Wars underneath that. So yeah, lots of Star Wars. That's primarily what I have more than anything else for 6 scale, but it is a bit of a mix.
Mm-hmm.
And then let me see.
Really quick, I see you have that Padawan Ahsoka.
Yeah, she's there.
She looks. I understand why people were upset, but I think she's such a cool soul.
Yeah, it is.
It's
It is.
creepy. It's kind of creepy. I get it. But
Yeah, no, it is. But it's also one of those things that it's probably one of the rarest Hot Toys at this point, so I can't really let it go.
No.
But yeah, I like what you did. You put the indoor scenery, like the little tree stumps and stuff. So I did this.
Yeah.
I do the same thing. I love those little.
Yeah.
They don't do that enough. They don't do little. I mean, they're just little environmental pieces, but they go such a long way, like in these kinds of stuff.
Yeah. I don't feel like they've been including stuff like that as. I don't know.
Yeah, no, they definitely haven't. I got my 2 in-art Michael Jackson figures. So they're 2 of my favorite in the collection.
Yeah.
Got Beetlejuice, Terminator 2, Wednesday, and then this one I kind of recently redid here in the bottom. So it's kind of a weird, this is probably the weirdest one. So I have the Sideshow Cantina dudes in the back. There's like 5 of them. But then I have the Rebels, Thrawn, and Sabine Wren. And I put Chopper in there too because I needed to balance it out. It's a really weird thing, but I really wanted to have them all on display, and that's the best way I was able to do it. So.
Yeah. No, when you were saying you understand about having big display, but great. It has a place.
Yeah. Over here in the wall, I've got like some mostly TVC.
Mm-hmm.
So just a bit of it. There's the indoor bunker. There's the Death Star 2, some Imperial stuff. I got all the more recent X-Wings and E-Wing. A few carded figures. I kind of switch these out from time to time.
Yeah.
Let's see. Up in the top corner, I've got my signed Seni Tonica and signed Emperor Palpatine.
Sick. Yeah, when are we going to get the sisters?
Another one?
Yeah.
You can never have too many of those. Still any Black Series version. I would buy those.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I've got my 2 large vehicles. Well, 2 of the large vehicles. The Ghost, the Millennium Falcon. They're on guitar stands because vertical is the only way these would work in my collection. So, yeah, I love both of them, but they almost never come off of those stands. Like that's just where they live. Like that's really the only way I can display them. Like there's no other way around it. It's just but they have to be on display, right?
Oh, they have to. Which Falcon is that?
That is the 2019, or it might have been 2020. The Galaxy's Edge TVC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I think that one has the TVC radar dish on it, the Galaxy's Edge radar dish.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right.
Because it came with both, but that's the one I kept on it.
Yeah.
This is kind of like the area that's behind me right now. This is kind of like it's a mix of all kinds of stuff, honestly. So on the top I have like the Cantina Then I have like Streets of Mos Eisley with a bunch of figures. Shout out to Peak Obi-Wan who sent me a bunch of these little figures so that you see in here. A lot of like the Loth
Amazing.
cats. Yeah. Then this down here is a mix of like 6-inch figures and Galaxy's Edge stuff. So, like some of the popcorn bucket type things.
Yeah.
The lightsaber the last one that I built at Galaxy's Edge, and some of like the Wayfinders and holocrons, and I have a little Black Series display here, and it's just kind of a mix and match. Like there's not really a story here. It's just kind of like whatever's. I mean, I guess there kind of is. There's some Shadows of the Empire, and then there's some New Hope, and then I have like the Bespin Vader and Bespin Luke, Obi-Wan and Anakin dueling it out, and then these are SH figure arts right here. And then I have another view of this part of the room here. So going even higher, I have like some Kenner Ghostbusters on the top, Kenner Jurassic Park. In the corner, I've got kind of some just random stuff, mostly 6-inch stuff here. I got a Julie Newmar Catwoman statue next to her autograph. Some Universal Monsters figures by Jax. Was it Jax Pacific that made them? I'm trying to remember.
I think so.
Yeah. It was a short run line. I wish they could have continued it, but they didn't. Some Dragon Ball figures, some X-Men 97, some Power Rangers, some carded TMNT. One of my favorite shelves in the collection, my Toy Story shelf. So those are all the Toy Story collection figures that were made by Thinkway Toys when they were still a company. And yeah, they made really nice replicas of the actual toys from the film. So they were like the same film scale and detail and everything. But a few of these are like the potato heads. I think those are Mattel. And then I think the Forky there is a Disney Store version because Thinkway Toys never made one.
Yeah. What year or are most of those from? You know, off the top of your head.
Yeah, so these were first produced back in 2009 when Toy Story 3 came out.
Okay.
And then when Toy Story 4 came out, they brought them back. They were the exact same toys. They just repackaged them. And that's when I got most of them. I didn't get any from the original run, but when they brought them back for Toy Story 4, that's when I bought them.
Yeah.
And then I have a couple others to throw up there too. I have like the Toy Soldiers, and I have another one. I forget which one it is, but I need to put them up there. Here's my main like Star Wars 2 3/4, or one of them. I guess this is kind of the main one. So sail barge on top.
Gosh.
Yeah, the sail barge. I will say that is the best toy Hasbro has ever made for Star Wars. Like that is like 100% the best 3 3/4-inch toy they've ever done. I don't think they're ever going to top the sail barge. It was just, they would never be able to do it now at that level for the price that it was. It was just work of art. Razor Crest, and then I have like I got the N1 Starfighter there, and that's like a Mandalorian themed shelf.
Yeah.
I got the skiff over here from Return of the Jedi. Down like underneath it, New Hope characters, Rebels figures, and then Spirits figures, the Saj versus Anakin set, some Rogue One over here on the left, some Mandalorian over here on the right. Got Jabba's palace with all the Jabba's figures they've ever done in 3 3/4. A Rancor. And then I got like some Ahsoka and some Book of Boba Fett. And some Bespin figures over here. Got Luke and the Snowspeeder with the Wampa. Some Clone Wars. There's the AT-TE Turbo, or no, what is that? It's the Republic fighter tank in the 501st colors.
Yeah.
And those are all 501st figures.
I see the ATRT, that original one.
Oh yeah, the Clone Wars one. Yeah, that one's back there. And I forgot what the name of this cannon is, this Clone Wars cannon, but that's a pretty cool display piece.
Mm-hmm.
Some Jedi Starfighters. I got Ahsoka's. That one is pretty hard to come by these days.
Oh.
Sith Infiltrator. Got the so that's the Clone Turbo Tank, and then the ATTEs down here. V-Wing, Torrent Fighter. Got the Swamp Speeder, more clones. V-Wing way on the bottom. And then V-Wing over here.
That cabinet like fits everything perfect, or I guess you want to call it a shelf.
Yeah. So I actually have 2 of those shelves. I'll show you the other one.
Oh. My next question was going to be, where are you going to put the gunship?
I don't even want to think about that. I have no idea where that's going to go. So here's the other shelf I have, the same kind. This is like it's kind of different stuff, but it's primarily like Jurassic Park.
Mm-hmm.
I've got my at the very top, my Kenner Jurassic Park. A lot of this stuff is like my original stuff from when I was a kid. And then some of it's newer that I've acquired over the years and thrown in there. I'm trying to complete a carded and box series 1 for Jurassic Park. So I'm kind of in the process of doing that. So some of those are on the wall. Then down here, this is more modern. That's the Reimagined collection right here. A lot of it's focused on the original film.
Mm-hmm.
These are the Hammond collection down here, most of them. More Lost World Jurassic Park stuff. Disney, so I got Pirates of the Caribbean and Haunted Mansion. Then I got my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is all like reissue stuff from like the last 15 years. It's come out over various periods of time. Then at the bottom, I've got the reissue Ghostbuster stuff. So the Ecto Glows are down there. I have not put Louis Tully on there yet. I need to do that soon. But I love the Ecto Glows because they're really bright, like when they go in the dark.
Yeah, they look great.
They really do. A little bit of like Kenner Batman in here, but it's kind of hidden in there, a little bit hard to see. And then on another wall, I've got some more Jurassic at the top. I have some floating shelves. So I've got some posters, and this is a Jurassic World Rebirth focus display. So I've got like, that's all the like more recent from the most recent film. Got some Indiana Jones, there's 3 3/4, but also some of the adventure series. And all the adventure series I have on display is Last Crusade, because that's my favorite of the Indiana Jones films.
That's a good one. They're all good, but yeah, that is.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I got a little Kenner Star Wars, but these are not original. These are all retro collection. All original trilogy, I should say, retro collection. I've bought like everything retro collection, but I only display the OT stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm going to put the newest ones though, like Garandan and like that latest wave. They don't fit, so I don't know where I'm going to put those.
Yeah, space is a commodity, that's for sure.
Yeah, and then this is the TBC like Tana V4 playset stuff.
Yeah.
There, so pretty cool. And then the last image I have here, I think this is the last one, is it? Yes. Is another shelf I have off to the side. So the top is Star Wars 3 3/4.
Yeah,
all kind of stuff. Some Clone Wars, some Separatists.
Older 3 3/4 stuff. That's, I didn't realize. I remember you posted that gunship the other day. That's just perfect for it.
Oh yeah, I love that one. Love it. And then below that, I got the Sandcrawler off to the side, and then McFarlane Batman. Like they've been doing all the Batmobiles and like the 7-inch scale, so I've been buying those. Got some Ghostbusters here. Plasma series. There's the Ecto one, HasLab, and then got the Mondo Ghostbusters. I have the other two Ghostbusters with the ghosts, but I don't have room to play them. But I need to figure that out because I need to get them on the shelf. And then there's an ad at the very bottom, just chilling. So
hanging out.
Yeah, but and then all this is just Batman here, like on the sides, on the bottom. So
are you more Marvel or DC? I'm suspecting DC.
yeah, I think overall, I mean, I would say DC, but it would be like almost strictly Batman though, because I enjoy Superman and Supergirl and some of the other ones, but like Batman is primarily what I'm interested in.
Yeah.
I think when you're speaking like a wider range though, like I think I would say Marvel, like if you're taking into account like all the different characters.
Yeah. Between, I mean, everybody.
Yeah, but yeah, those are my those are. I just took these today, so this is the most up to date look at what the Cantina collection looks like.
It's amazing. You have that's one. I sometimes I feel like I'm locked in I've put myself in a box just with Star Wars because I have other interests, but like there's only so much space to display things. So collecting a line is one thing, but then display is another. So
yeah,
but
it is. And this is only what I have on display. Like I mean, I have more, but it just you can't. I can't display everything. I wish I could, but
yeah. Do you open everything, or do you have any sealed? Do you keep anything sealed ever?
I keep so with TVC, I yeah, the figures I buy like an extra one to keep packaged.
Okay.
But that's basically it. Some stuff I'll buy duplicates, like the Ghostbusters, the reissues. Like I'll buy extras of those to keep boxed, just because they're so nostalgic. But like vintage stuff. Like if I buy anything vintage and it's already boxed, like usually that'll stay boxed. But yeah, I mean like 90% of 95% of everything, yeah, I open up and display and play with and have fun with.
Yeah, of course. What it's intended for.
Yep. And boxes, the only boxes I save once I've opened something is 6 scale. That's the only thing I'll like keep.
Yeah, same here.
But yeah, there we go. We put so much time and effort into this, and you just want to enjoy it, right? You want to appreciate it and be able to look at it, and so I feel like everything that I've put together and put on display, it's like it's all out of like that place of passion and love and adoration for these films and TV shows and toy lines and such. So
yeah, of course.
Yeah. So
all the interest in one room.
Yeah, for sure. Fun stuff. I love it. And if anyone wants to share how they display their stuff in the comments, we can take a look. Let me take a look in the comments, actually. Let's see. Lorena says that OT film display is gorgeous. Peak Obi-Wan. If I bought any Hot Toys, it would be the new Grievous with the metal skeleton. Mary says, looks great. Peak Obi-Wan says, I see the F-16 Tomcat and I start singing Highway to the Sea. Yeah, I don't really do G.I. Joe, but like that one, I love Top Gun. So I mean, like that one was when they announced that, I'm like, yeah, I want to add that to my collection for sure. Let's see here. Mr. Star Wars 113, it says, late, I'm here from St. Louis, but both of your displays are really sweet. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Britt says, are there any figures in the Ghost or the Falcon? Yes. Actually, the Falcon has, it came with the Hondo figure and Chewbacca, so they are in the cockpit together. And I think that's all that's in the Falcon right now, because I have it like based on like the Galaxy's Edge version. The Ghost does not have any figures in it at this time. I should probably put some figures in there, but I'm gonna wait until they come out with more because I don't want to. I already have the HasLab ones like on the displayed together as a group, and if they were in there, I won't be able to see them as well. So, Mary says, good to know that the ghost fits on a guitar stand too. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Mary, you made a ton of changes since your last collection video. Looks great. Thank you very much. Yes, that last collection video was in early 2024. So it is time for a new one. Yes. I think I'm about there where I'm ready to do that. I think I just need to make a few more tweaks and then we'll do it. But yeah, I need to do that. It's not going to be as long as the last one. That was an 1.5 hour long video and it was ridiculous. It's not going to be that long. I will never make a video that long again.
It's a lot of editing.
That's what I mean. Lorena says, I like to rotate my displays so it feels like an art museum. I love it. Yep, that's what I love doing too. I have there's a baseline of things that are always here, right? But then there's other things that ebb and flow as new things come out, as I start going through like a phase where I'm like, oh, I have all those figures from a bunch of years ago. I'd really like to pull them out, and that kind of thing. But yes. The auction says I display my figures on shelves. Nice. Also says my displays are work in progress now. I start out with my loose image figures on one display, but I've shifted to placing them in playset dioramas. That's awesome. The D23 announcements are wild. Maybe we can look at those in a minute. I haven't looked yet since we started. Allison says the modern line 6-inch figures are in Visionized, and then any loose modern figs are in something like Cantina or to be created massive Ewok village. I would love an Ewok village, like a proper one with a bunch of Ewoks, like a modern one. I think that'd be awesome. Speaking of Ewoks, should we pull out my new friend here and take a look at him?
Yes.
Okay, let's do that. Hey, wake up. Wake up. Ta-da!
So cool.
This is really cool. So this is, I don't know. He doesn't have a name yet. I think it's supposed to be Wicket, but when I picked him out, they said, do you have an idea for a name? And I said, I don't know yet. So anyway, this is this. Okay. So I was at Disneyland yesterday and I knew this was coming out. I did not know it was coming out yesterday. And I was walking through Galaxy's Edge and I see a really long line going into Droid Depot. And I'm like, what is that? So I start talking to people and they're like, oh yeah, the Ewok's coming out today. I'm like, oh, the Ewok, he's out today? I'm like, okay. And I said, great. Well, how long is the line? And the cast member said 2 hours. I'm like, so I'm like, is it really this? I go inside the store and I see people coming out after they're going through checkout and I ask them, how long did it take you to get through? 2 hours. Like, okay, that's a long time. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to spend 2 hours in line. So I come and go throughout the day, check in on it. By about 5 o'clock, I pass by and I'm like, the line looks shorter. So I ask the cast member, how long is the line? I'm like, 45 minutes. Okay, great. Let's do it. So I get in line and I wait. And I just got to give a shout out to the cast members at Galaxy's Edge because they made acquiring this feel like an experience. They did a really good job walking up and down the line, showing off the Ewok and how it works and telling people what it does, showing the accessory sets and just answering any questions that people had. But when you get to the end of the line to go inside the store, they were really great about just explaining like making it feel like an experience, like bringing you in and saying, oh, what's your name? Oh, welcome. Are you ready to pick out your friend? And, they take you to the wall and they explain everything. Again, they explain the accessories. So this little guy, this is what all the fuss was about. This little buddy figure. So we're going to turn him on. He's got a switch on his back. There he goes. This is him right here. So I don't have a name for him yet. I'm not sure what we're going to name him, but he is. I have like the ring lights. It's a little bit hard to see the eyes here, but his eyes. He's got LCD screen for his eyes, and they blink. They look side to side. They close. and the pupils dilate. It's really cool. It's really cool. Like when these were announced, I was like, okay, that's interesting, but I wasn't sold. But now that I actually have one, like I'm completely sold on this guy, and he's just really really cute. I mean, you pet him.
He's so cute.
He plays a little music, and yeah, his nose twitches and his ears move up and down, and you can pet his belly, and he's like ticklish. And but yeah, he's yes, definitely a cutie. I really love this. Like I know I love everything I buy, but like this is one of my favorite things I've bought in a long time. Like honestly, when you get this, you get a couple of things. So the first thing you get is a sling bag, so you can wear it, just like this, and then it has a pouch so that you can put your new friend inside, and then you can carry him around the park. What's really cool is that he interacts with everything in Galaxy's Edge with the Millennium Falcon, with the droids, with different features. And then if somebody else has one of these buddies and you pass by them, they'll talk to each other. They'll like react to each other. If you have any of the droids from Droid Depot, they communicate with the droids. And then the bag, it just says, but two adventure buddies. That's the name of the line. And of course, we saw today at D23, there is also the Hutlet that's coming, as well as like a Grogu. The other thing you get is a little instruction sheet that they give you. It also shows the other ones that are coming, like the Hutlet and Grogu. I know. And then on the back, it shows you like all the accessories and stuff. I did buy one accessory kit. They had 3 different ones. There was one that was like a Mandalorian like armor outfit. And then they had another one that just, I think it was like some tools. I need to go back and look at it again. But the one that I got was the Endor gear pack. So I'm like, okay, it's an Ewok, right? Endor. So this one makes the most sense. So I'm going to see how this works. On the back, there is a picture there of the Ewok with the accessories. So I'm going to see how this works. I've obviously not opened it yet. And just FYI, there's no annual pass magic key discount on the Ewok, but on the accessory packs there is a discount. So let's open a few of these things up and just try it out, see what happens. All right, so I got some. I hope I have the right tools to open this up. Let's see. Okay, so this box, we need a box cutter. So I got that. Excuse me, buddy. All right. All right, I'm going to cut this here. And I know the cast member mentioned something interesting to me. He said that that this accessory pack that I bought, he said this is the one he recommended because there was something with it where they I guess it was like this one in particular, he said there was like a rush delivery or rush order on it or something, because it was almost not going to get yeah, I know, it was almost not going to get released or something. So I'm like, okay, I'll take that one. And again, it was Endor themed, so I thought, okay, well that makes the most sense for Ewok. All right, so let's get in here. Oh, I love this. All these plastic twist ties. Oh, goody. Well, let's take one out at least so we can see how this works. So we got a spear, we got a fish, we got a bullhorn, and we have a poncho. So let's take the bullhorn out and see how that works. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get all of these out though right now because there's just way too many of them. But let's try the bullhorn at least and see what the Ewok does with it, because I have no idea. I didn't see how these worked. They didn't have any like. They weren't showing like the accessories being used. So get this twist tie opened up. And he'll just keep talking for a while. Eventually he'll fall asleep. And then you just have to wake him back up.
If only a real child was like that.
Yeah. All right. So let's twist tie off. Twist ties are one of my sworn enemies, I will say.
I guess they're better than ties.
Yeah, that's true. All right, I think I almost got it. It's weird because sometimes with twist ties, you're like, okay, it's coming off, and then you realize, oh, you have to untwist it the other way. All right, let's see here. Okay, there's one more. My dog isn't a big fan of the Ewok, by the way. We'll see. My dog's a little jealous.
Similar size, so.
Yep. All right, here we go. I got the bullhorn out. Oh, no, I don't, because there's a third twist tie holding it in.
Oh, wait.
All right. Okay, I'm sure, though, this is the last twist tie for sure. This is the last one. I know, you're anxious to see the bullhorn. We're going to get there. Don't worry. Don't worry. Okay, here we go. All right. Almost done. All right, here we go. There's the bullhorn. Let's try this out. See how this works. So the figure on his upper paws, he has these little connectors, and this is basically the bullhorn they use in Return of the Jedi. And you touch it to the connector. You place it in the connector on his hand. That's what I was told. So let's try this out. See how this goes in. All right. So I think he's holding it here. All right. Can you use your bullhorn? No? Is it connected? Do you know how to use it? Do I know how to use it? Maybe not.
Does anyone?
Oh, I had it in the wrong hand. That's why. Okay. So there's connectors in both hands, but I noticed right now that only one hand has like the little metal port thingies. But you can attach things to the other hand, but I don't think it does anything with them.
That's pretty rad.
I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh. You love it. He loves it too. He loves it too. All right. And, you know, I was told too that if you get a bunch of them together with the bullhorn, they'll all blow the bullhorn at the same time. like in the film. So,
all
right, buddy, I'm going to power you off. Okay. Well, I'll turn you back on a little bit later. It's like, okay. All right. And his eyes turn off and he's going to go back to resting for a little bit. So yeah, that's one of my new acquisitions. We haven't talked about new acquisitions yet, but that is one of my favorite things I bought in a long time, which is crazy because, you know, I feel like I buy some pretty cool stuff that I really admire, but as far as I've had like fun with, like, I loved it. I loved carrying it around Galaxy's Edge, and, you know, it was just such a good time. So
it's just the interactive part of it that's super cool.
Absolutely. It's like I think they said it has like haptic connectivity, and it's just like lots of like sensory type things with it. So yeah, pretty cool. I believe there was a picture of the other two that came out today, or they are on display. I think at D23.
Mm-hmm.
Just pull one of those up real quick, just so we can take a comparison. I'm curious what everybody thinks of these, because I have some thoughts. Oh, I gotta watch a reel to get to the picture. Okay, no, we'll try another one. Or we'll just use it. We already have it up. Okay. So let me pull this up real quick. All right, so this is the Hutlet. Not the best picture. Maybe I can find a better picture. But oh, here we go. This is a much better picture. Open image, new tab. Okay, let's close that one. Austin, tell me what you think about these two. These are the other ones that are coming out later. So on the left is Grogu, and on the right is the Hutlet.
They're cute. Grogu looks a little scary.
Yeah.
But no, I want to see how they actually work in like their movement.
Yeah. Just going off of the looks, I feel like I'm happy with the Ewok. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
Would these be fun to have? I mean, probably, but I think if I had to choose just one, I'm very happy with the Ewok.
Yeah, the Hutlet looks pretty good. Pretty cute.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah, I mean, Grogu, we have so many different kind of Grogus, you know?
I know. All the way from, Hasbro to Hot Toys to Sideshow. There's so many out there.
Yeah. But you know what I would say to Disney if they continue with these, because from what I understand, Droid Depot, like, lots of people that want to build a droid, they've already done that. And, you know, they're not doing like huge business there anymore. Like, if they were to kind of bring a focus in on these creatures, I think that's a possibility maybe worth exploring.
Yeah.
But one thing I would personally like to see is if they offer these buddies in different colors, like the Ewok, like maybe there's a black one and there's like a gray one and then the brown one, you know, something like that.
Yeah, different characters.
Yeah, more options. With the droids, they do personality chips. Like, maybe if they had a way to do personality chips with these creatures, then you can make them more customizable.
Right.
Along with all the accessory packs that it seems like they're going to be doing. So, yeah, lots of opportunity there if they wanted to push that boundary a little more. That's the only one thing I would say to Disney. But I'm very happy with this. I'm really giddy. Like, I didn't even go to Disneyland yesterday expecting that, but I'm so glad that I got it, because I just love it.
Yeah, it's super cool. I hadn't even heard of it until I saw your Instagram post about it.
Let's see. Allison says cute, and that I need one. Sci-Fi Dude says name him Taco. That's not a bad name. Miranda says childhood unlocked. OMG melting. And yes, I did adopt an Ewok. Bob Marley says beat it. Okay. Darth Malak's missing lower jaw. Avengers Doomsday special look is out as well. Adam says the Ahsoka trailer is out. Ooh. Should we watch it, Austin? I don't know how that would work. Can we watch it on here? Like, I don't know what that.
I don't actually know. Will it come through with proper audio and everything? I don't know.
I mean, it should. I just don't know if like would I get flagged for doing that? Like that, I don't know. I generally have no idea.
Yeah, on YouTube.
I mean, there's all those. A lot of people do reactions, right? So I've never done one of those though. Think we should try it?
If you want to, yeah. If you're not worried about flagged, yeah.
What do the Cantinians say? Should we give that a try? Britt says, "Give me a baby Rodian."
Yes, a baby Rodian would be sick.
That'd be adorable. I would love to see a Rodian. Yeah. Britt says, I'm not totally sold on the eyes of these things, but the rest of it is cute. So I will say that, I mean, I don't know about Grogu and the Hutlet, but the Ewok, the eyes look way better, more natural in person than they come through in video and on pictures. Because on pictures, like they're LCD screens, the two eyes, so they're made up of pixels when they're lit up. So I don't think they come through all that well. It's like me holding like a phone or a little TV or a tablet like right here. Like it's not going to look great, but in person they look really good.
Not going to do it justice.
Mary says I will get flagged. Okay, so maybe we shouldn't do it. But as soon as we we could watch it to ourselves and then talk about it. Do you want to do that, or what do you think, Austin? I'll let you decide here. I'm good either way.
I want to watch it on my TV, so maybe we save it for another segment.
I kind of want to watch it. I think that's a good point. I want to see it on my TV too. I don't want to watch it on my phone.
No.
So yes, it sounds like people are excited about it though. So now I'm even more excited to do that too.
I know. I want to watch it. Yeah.
But anyway, I guess let's we'll move things along here. We just got 2 more things to talk about. So I just want to touch on this really briefly because I honestly I really don't know too much about it other than what I've read. But what are your feelings on this mashup between Marvel and Star Wars?
I really don't know much about it. Very curious what they're gonna do, who they're gonna pull in. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's like I hate the thing that's completely what this is. If there's a good story of it, then yeah, I'm for the what if kind of idea. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. This isn't anything I don't really like mashups, to be honest. I like things to exist within their own contained universe. I don't really. I'm not really big on it. Like a lot of things do mashups, right? Like there's like Batman crossovers with like Looney Tunes, and there's all kind of random stuff. But when you Star Wars to me is like the most that's like my more than anything else. That's the one thing I'll place above any other like franchise.
Yeah,
it's my biggest fandom is Star Wars. Like I don't want to see that like combined with Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
If they're just doing it for comics, like a certain run of comics, which it sounds like that could be what it is, then that's one thing, and maybe that's fine. I don't read comics anyway, so I won't even it won't really affect me too much. But if you start branching that out, I don't know, Star Wars should just I feel like should just stay its own thing. It shouldn't cross over into anything else. Marvel is obviously more focused on Earth and the galaxy of that Earth is in, right? And that doesn't include the Star Wars galaxy. So
no, well, it's supposed to be a galaxy or a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and I think the Cantinians tend to agree. It looks like.
So is it comic related, or what have they said, or is this the only teaser that?
Well, the article says. To celebrate the 50th anniversary of Star Wars, Marvel Comics and Lucasfilm Publishing unveiled Star Wars Marvel Hope Assemblies, the first ever crossover between the two beloved franchises, launching in January 2027. It says this is Kevin Smith. He's doing this. A 5-issue limited series assembles heroes and villains from both universes in a single story for the first time. So yeah, it's basically different characters from both universes interacting. I'm not a fan of this. I wish they wouldn't do it, but
yeah,
they're running out of ideas, I guess. I don't know.
Right. Well, I think they're just trying to do everything they can capitalize on the 50th anniversary.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Anyway, I guess I'll leave it at that. So. But yeah, it seemed Vision versus Dryden Voss.
That's there, yeah.
Oh gosh, or what about Mace Windu versus Nick Fury?
Yeah, exactly.
Lightsabers blocked by vibranium. Yeah. Please don't do that.
Yeah.
What next? Is Captain EO going to join the Star Wars and Marvel mash? Okay, so I will say I'm okay with Captain EO being part of the Star Wars universe because that Captain EO is its own little like thing, you know, and it kind of already is because Fuzzball from Captain EO was in Skeleton Crew, and those creatures were also in the Mandalorian and Grogu movie.
Right.
So I mean that I can kind of see, okay, because it's never stated specifically where that story takes place.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Marvel, we know it's like, Earth, right? Like the Earth universe.
Yeah.
Red Hulk versus Han Solo, yes. Yeah. Stuff like that would be interesting. Yeah, whatever. It's just its own like. I doubt. I don't think it's going to extend past the comics. Honestly, I can't see them making a movie or anything like. I just hope they don't get that idea.
Right.
Anyway, well, I guess let's go and get into our final segment of the evening. And this is going to be new acquisitions.
Good. New acquisitions.
All right, so this is the time of the night where we talk about recent acquisitions to our collections, and then the Cantinians here in the chat also tell us about their acquisitions by writing them in the chat, and then we will read through them once we've gone through our own acquisition. So, Austin, I always let the guests go first. Is there anything you would like to tell us that you've recently added to your collection?
I came unprepared to show you anything, but yeah, I bought just a couple of new Hot Toys. I actually did pick up a Spider-Man Hot Toy today. The Iron Spider from, I don't know which one it's exactly from, but there was a decent deal on eBay, and then I had just seen the new movie, so.
Oh yeah, nice, awesome.
Real, yeah. What
Yeah,
about you?
I'm waiting for like a brand new day, like definitive Spider-Man that has like the head sculpt and has like I mean, I really like how the recent one they put up for pre-order has like I know it's only like 5 seconds in the film, but like the vest and the like the cold weather and then the beanie.
Yeah, yeah.
But I would
So,
like a definitive one that has that plus a head sculpt.
so we'll probably never see a Tom Holland head sculpt again, from what I hear from my Hot Toy friends.
Really?
Yeah, Tom, I guess something about his contract, he doesn't want his face out there anymore.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I think whatever the last one was is probably the last head sculpt that we'll see aside from like customs.
Oh wow, interesting. So I guess that
So,
would have been like, oh, okay. So that would have been like the film promo version they came out with a couple months ago or a month ago or whenever it was. So that's
yeah.
interesting because they released the final suit version. That's the one I have like a couple of years, 2 or 3 years ago now, and that one
Mm-hmm.
has the head sculpt. It's really nice. But then they
Yeah.
re-released it this year with like a new like film promo or some weird name attached, and it did have the head sculpt again. But
Yeah.
like I guess now
They were
based on Brand New Day, there's not
that's
anything with his likeness.
yeah, which is a bummer because I feel like that's pretty important to the character, but I don't know. I don't know why he doesn't want to show his updated, but
Oh well. Well,
yeah,
I guess I'm glad I have a couple of his figures then with
the
his
head
likeness.
sculpt.
So,
Yeah.
anyway, okay. Well, anything else you wanted to mention or?
No, I do. So that one that they showed off at Comic-Con with the vest and everything, that's a I is that just a pre-order right now? Or
Yes.
I thought, okay. Okay. For some reason in my brain I thought it was a statue, but I think you're right. That was because they had all at the Hot Toys display, they had the statues and the
Yes, you
sixths
did.
tied together. I'm like, yeah, Hulk was there too. He looked great, but
Yeah, Hulk looks really good. That would not fit in a DTOF.
mm,
But yeah, I don't know what I was gonna say. Anyway, I guess I'll go with my acquisitions. So all right, I have a few here. So let me go ahead and make myself bigger. All right, so these two came in from Disney Store this week. These are pre-orders, or this one was a pre-order, or not a pre-order, an order last week. So this is their R2WRWLF, R2 Werewolf. That is their Halloween droid for this year. So this one was on sale when I ordered this one last week. So I went ahead and added him to my cart. This is the second Build-A-Droid in Wave 2. This is R0M1 and RJ83 from is it New Jedi Adventures, I think. And when I went to the park yesterday, they still had these, so I could have just waited and not paid shipping and gotten a little bit of a discount. But that would have been a gamble because you never really know when what's going to sell out and what's not. That's just the nature of things at the parks. I also got this. This is from McFarlane. I ordered this through GameStop. So this is their Two-Face figure. I don't know why they went back to saying DC Direct. That is interesting, but anyway, I think they put the back part on backwards because it's upside down. So there's the figure, and then that's upside down. So it's that means $500 on eBay right now. That but yeah, so this is Two-Face. This is Billy D. Williams' Two-Face. This is part of the comic run where they continue the 1989 film series. And eventually, yes, he became Two-Face in the story, but not in the movies. So we never saw that. And then let's see, what else do I got here? So another thing I picked up at the park yesterday, and this is the main reason I actually went to the park yesterday, because I knew this was coming out. But my favorite attraction, the Haunted Mansion, this is the popcorn bucket that they released yesterday. So basically this has a power button on bottom. We'll turn it on. And then there is a knob right here that you push in, and this is what happens. So basically it's the Hatbox Ghost. And his face is in there. It lights up. It's really bright, so you probably can't really see the light, but it is lit up right now. And you push the button again, and it closes. So based on that special effect in the Haunted Mansion, and it was also an adventure getting this because they sold very, very quickly. Only other thing I already have shown it. It's my my little buddy right here, my Ewok. So my Batu Adventure Buddies Ewok. So that's my favorite thing that I acquired. And yeah, those are my acquisitions for this week.
Some good ones. I really like that Haunted Mansion.
Oh, where does Britt's asking where the popcorn goes? That's a good question. Let me show you. So there is a little like a latch right here. And you pull it up. I guess if you're strong enough to do it. There you go. Popcorn goes in there. And that's the back side of his head. So we'll put that right here. What's that?
Do you ever use your popcorn?
Oh, heck no. Actually, this did not come with popcorn. The location I got it, I did a mobile order on the app. It came with cookies, chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, even better.
Even better, yes. And I already know better, so I take a Ziploc bag with me, and I just put the stuff in there and then bring it home. And I still have plenty of cookies. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna read through the comments real quick, see what people are adding to their collections. Our Cantinian friends, no acquisitions for Mary this week. Did you watch Spider-Man Brand New Day? Yes, we did an episode about that a couple weeks ago. Sorry, not into this, doesn't make sense. Oh, I think that's referring to the comic. Let's see. Go T-Rex says, I got the Mattel Stomatosuchus. I'm not sure I know which one that is. few days ago, as well as the Chaos Effect Alpha Raptor and the JP3 React Attack Spinosaurus, and also the Mattel Megalodon and Titanova. BW1 says new acquisitions: Micro Squad Retro ATST and Snowspeeder, Sabine's TIE Fighter, Micro Squad Vault, Doom, and Thorn Black Series, and some more goodies tomorrow. I feel like I need to get the Commander Doom Black Series figure.
Yeah.
I have the Black Series 3 3/4 inch one they did like 10 years ago, but I feel like I need to get the Black Series one, especially with the movie coming out, Avengers. Go T-Rex says also the Mattel Reimagined Indoraptor, really nice Indoraptor, probably my favorite among the Indoraptors released by Mattel. Very cool. Britt says my pickups: Black Series Mission Veil and Cartho Nasi 2-pack, Rancor Battalion 3-pack, R0M1 and RJ Anime Hero Sabo from One Piece. Nice. Dutchin says, okay, last weekend the swap meet, I found a working Lost World lost large packy Cephalosaurus, 2 times JP3 Pack Raptors, JP3 React Attack Velociraptor, Aqua Spino, Green T-Rex, and JP Dinosaurs S3 Series 3 Green Raptor for $60. Not bad. Not bad at all, Dutchin. Allison says my only acquisitions are delayed shipping notices. Dodson says some of the figures are damaged and have some corroded battery packs. Going to need to work on them. And the React Attack T-Rex has some damage and bite marks. Not too noticeable, but maybe I could fix it. Bite marks, huh? From another T-Rex, hopefully. Or from a human. Who knows? Who knows? Or a pet. Could be a pet. Adam says, I got the Droid Factory ROM1 and RJ83, and I finally received my PCS Collectibles 1/3 Palpatine on Throne. Thing is massive. I can barely let it lift it, let alone assemble.
Wow.
Any D23 coverage tonight? Hi, Charlie. How's it going? We've touched on a few little things here. Not too in depth, but we did touch on a few things. Charlie got the Resistance Hot Toys 1/6 AT-AT driver this week as well, just like Austin did. Jason got the STCC Anakin and Asajj. Lorena says, since my last acquisition, since being here, was my Star Speeder 1000. I love it so much.
So cool.
They are amazing. Bob says, I took advantage of Hasbro Pulse's Power Day sale, and I bought a few things like the Mandalorian Remnant Stormtrooper pack, Greedo, and the Journey of Anakin 3-pack. Nice. Jason got the Cody Anakin just shipped and got an Ore on Monday. That's awesome. I have not received the Ore yet. Lorena also got a lot of random 3 3/4 inch figures for dioramas. Sci-Fi Dude picked up on eBay 3 3/4 inch Anakin versus Ventress from SDCC 2026 for $62 with shipping. Not bad.
That's pretty good. That's pretty nice.
Yeah. No Name says getting the Walmart Anakin and Clone Commander Cody 2-pack soon. Well, this was a month ago. I found a Kenner Demon Carnotaurus that sold me for $13. What? It's missing the captured gear and dyna damaged piece, but it's in nice condition. Very cool. Good T-Rex. And Dodgson is shutting down the soda fountain. BW1 says our X-Men cast revealed. Cool. Well, yeah, we'll have to check that out as soon as we disembark, and we'll talk about it. We'll look at it, talk about it next week. But Austin, thank you so much for coming on tonight and talking this range of topics with me.
Of course. Yeah. Thanks for having me. It was super fun.
Absolutely. And again, beautiful collection, great displays.
Thank you.
And I hope we can do this again sometime.
Yeah, me too. Just let me know when.
Yeah. So Austin, where can our viewers go to look you up online?
Oh, Visual Force. Somebody wants to.
Cool. Visual Force on Instagram. You guys, are you anywhere else other than Instagram?
I mean TikTok. I just kind of cross post over there, but mostly on Instagram. A little bit of YouTube here.
Right on. Oh, thank you so much, Mary, for the super chat. Very generous, very kind of you. Wow, very, very, very kind, Mary. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you and your consistent presence here on Cantina Social Hour. Really adds a lot to our community, and you mean a lot to our community too. So thank you very much. All right, well, I guess that is going to do it. My friends here in the Cantina, thank you so much for tuning in with us and hanging out and sharing your comments, sharing your thoughts, whatever opinions or range you had on whatever topic. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight. If you're catching us on the replay, thank you so much for watching as well. And yeah, D23, we'll see what else comes out, and then we'll talk about it next week. And yeah, no matter where you guys are tuning in from on the galaxy, thank you for watching Cantina Social Hour. Be well, be safe. May the force be with you. We will catch you next time. Everybody have a great night. We'll be back. We'll be back next week. So we're going to say bye from over here. And peace out, everybody. Bye.